Alrighty then. How are you today? Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Oh man, are you in a good mood today? I hope so. Are you in a studying mood? I hope so, because we are going to get started today on a new unit. Today, we are going to start Unit 7, and the title is Fame. 옛날 80년대에 미국의 Fame이라는 쇼가 있었는데, 그 노래도 있었어요. Fame, I wanna live forever. 모르시죠? Okay. Let's continue. Fame, we're going to talk about some famous people and why they're famous, what made them famous. And while we do this, we are going to learn the present perfect tense in grammar. 현재 완료죠. The present perfect. We're going to learn what that is and how to use it. 그리고 또 우리가 좀 힘들어하는 for하고 since의 차이. Okay? We're going to learn these things. Okay? So, before we do that, why don't we go ahead and talk about some famous singers. Look at page 50. Everyone, page 50. Okay? It says, famous singers, present perfect, and past simple. Look at number 1. Look at the photographs of two well-known American singers. How do you think they are related? Okay? 미국에서 잘 알려있는 두 명의 가수들인데요. Look at the pictures. 흑백 사진 보면 Nat King Cole이라는 가수고 he lived from 1919 to 1965. Okay, and then there is Natalie Cole from 1950 to and she's still alive, right? 딱 봤을 때 어떤 관계일까요? How are they related to each other? Do you think? Well, they couldn't be husband and wife. 결혼한 사이는 아니죠. 이 날짜를 보면. They couldn't be brother and sister. Right? That doesn't work either. 그 흑백 사진, 밑에 또 흑백 사진 있는데, Nat King Cole하고 아마도 Natalie Cole일 거예요. 이름도 같은 Cole이니까, I think maybe they are father and daughter. Right? 여러분, 딸, 발음 어떻게 하죠? daughter 아니에요. daughter도 아니에요. daughter이라고 해야 되죠. daughter. They are father and daughter. Okay? 그러면 he하고 she가 나와야 되겠죠. 이건 너무 기본적이라고 생각을 할 수도 있는데 또 헷갈릴 때가 있잖아요. 가끔 그러잖아요. 그 또 들을 때 he라고 했는지 she라고 했는지 잘 안 들릴 때도 있고요. So we're going to practice that right now. Okay? Complete the sentences with he or she. Let's look at number 1. He sang pop music and jazz. She sings jazz, pop, and rhythm and blues. 잘 보세요. sing이니까 과거니까 아마 옛날 사람이니까 he, Nat King Cole, he이고 그 다음에 지금은 지금 sings니까 she. 왜냐면 아직 살아있죠. Okay? 그 다음, number 2. Blank recorded more than 600 songs and sold over 50 million records. 아마 he겠죠? 그 다음에 has made over 17 albums so far. 여태까지, 아직까지, 그러면 지금까지라는 말이니까 여기서는 she가 되겠죠? Because she's still alive. Look at number 3. Blank was born in Los Angeles and has lived in California most of her life. her life니까 이건 쉽다. she죠. she 그 다음에 blank was born in Montgomery, Alabama, grew up in Chicago, and later moved to California. she가 아닌 he가 되겠죠. Okay. Number 4. blank has been married twice and has one son. 그리고 married for the first time in 1976. 1976에 결혼했으면 she겠죠. 왜냐면 아직 살아있으니까요. So she. 그 다음에 blank was married twice and had 5 children은 he예요. Okay? 그런데 우리가 어떻게 she고 어떻게 he인지 또 어떻게 알았을까? 만약에 if we knew nothing about them, 언제 태어났는지도 모르고 뭐 이런 걸 전혀 몰랐을 때 태어나는 건 아는데 이런 사람들의 정보에 대해서 아무것도 모를 때는 어떻게 누가 뭘 했는지 이 문장들에서 어떻게 찾을 수 있을까? 우리 먼저 listen and check을 한 다음에 we will talk about the grammar, how we can do this through the grammar, okay? So first, let's listen and check to see if we're right. And also, he하고 she 들으면서 구별 잘하세요, okay? We have to tell the difference, be able to tell the difference between he and she. It's very important, okay? Listen carefully.
He sang pop music and jazz. She sings jazz, pop, and rhythm and blues. He recorded more than 600 songs and sold over 50 million records. She has made over 17 albums so far. She was born in Los Angeles and has lived in California for most of her life. He was born in Montgomery, Alabama, grew up in Chicago, then later moved to California. She has been married twice and has one son. She married for the first time in 1976. He was married twice and had 5 children.
Okay, so we learned a little bit about Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole. The thing that I remember most about Natalie Cole is that she sang a song a while ago called Unforgettable. Okay? Nat King Cole에 대해서는 제가 솔직히 그렇게 많이 알지 못해요. 왜냐하면 좀 옛날 그 노래 옛날 가수였잖아요. But Natalie Cole, I know her a little bit. 근데 얼마 전에 Natalie Cole의 Unforgettable이라는 노래가 있었어요. But if you look at the picture, Nat King Cole picture 밑에 보면은 Nat King Cole도 Unforgettable이라는 노래가 있었죠. 아, what they did was this. 이게 참 그때는 처음이라서 되게 신기했었는데 Nat King Cole는 65년도에 죽었어요, right? 근데 he sang a song called Unforgettable. 그 노래를 Natalie Cole이 다시 불렀어요. 다시 불렀는데 어떻게 불렀냐면 아버지 Unforgettable 그 노래, 그 다음에 자기 Unforgettable 노래를 이렇게 같이 듀엣으로 하는 것처럼 리코딩을 했어요. So if you look at the video, 옛날 아버지가 불렀던 Unforgettable 뭐 이렇게 나오고 그러면 또 그 다음에 Natalie Cole이 또 이렇게 쫙 들어와서 이게 한번 해볼까요? 이랬어요. 그 흑백으로 Unforgettable, that's what you are 이렇게 남자가 아버지가 딱 부르면 또 이제 여자가 아주 modern한 new Unforgettable, though near or far 그 다음에 둘이 같이 That's why darling it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. 감동이었어요. 아버지는 옛날에 돌아가셨는데 Natalie Cole이 15살 때 돌아가셨는데 어른이 다 돼서 가수가 돼서 노래를 부르는데 옛날 아버지가 불렀던 그 노래를 같이 듀엣을 하는 것처럼 이렇게 쫙 Unforgettable 잊을 수 없는 이라는 뜻이잖아요. Right? 그 가사 That's why darling it's incredible 너무 놀랍다. 뭐가 놀라워요? That someone so unforgettable 그렇게 잊을 수 없는 그렇게 좋은 사람이 thinks that I am unforgettable too. 나도 잊을 수 없는 사람이라고 생각해 주는 게 얼마나 Okay, so anyway, so this is one of the famous things that Natalie Cole did. 근데 우리 let's go to grammar spot and talk about the present perfect. Okay? 우리가 위에 1, 2, 3, 4번의 이 문장들을 he가 그랬는지 she가 그랬는지 어떻게 구별을 할 수 있냐면요. If you look at the sentence structure, simple past가 있고 present perfect가 있어요. Okay? Simple past is really easy. It is something that happened and stopped. It ended at a certain point in the past. Okay? 무슨 말이죠? Simple past는 과거에 어떤 시간에 거기서 무슨 일이 있었고 거기서 끝났어요. Right? 그리고 it doesn't really have any effect on life right now. Okay? But present perfect는 과거에 있던 일인데 we don't know exactly when it happened and it could still be continuing right now and into the future. It hasn't ended yet. Okay? So the present perfect is 과거에 언젠간 이런 일이 있었는데 지금도 계속 될 수도 있고 앞으로도 그 일이 계속 될 수도 있고 아직 끝나지 않았어요. And also 끝났는데 지금까지 영향을 주고 있어요. It still has an effect today in today's life. Okay. Also, the present perfect is something that is just a part of your life. 나의 life의 어느 한 일부, 어떤 a part of my life였으면, then that is the present perfect. Okay, 그 마지막 부분이 조금 헷갈릴 수 있는데, when we talk about the examples, then we will be able to understand better. Okay, so be a little bit patient. Okay, 그래서 다시 한번 보면요, number one에 he sang pop music. sang은 뭐예요? 그냥 simple past잖아요. Nat King Cole는 다 하고 이제 죽었으니까 다 과거 simple past가 돼야 돼요. Okay? 그런데 예를 들어서 number 2에 he recorded 그는 녹음했다. 그거는 he고 she has made over 17 albums so far. Okay? 여태까지 17 albums를 만들었다. 무슨 말이에요? 그게 it happened in the past. 과거에 그런 일이 있었고 앞으로도 또 계속 있을 수 있다라는 그런 말이죠. That's why we use has made. Okay. Grammar spot number 1. Find examples of past simple in the 4 sentences above. 벌써 찾았죠? 뭐 he sang, 뭐 he recorded. he가 나오는 거는 다 simple past예요. past simple. 예를 들어서 he was born 아니면 he was married 이런 식으로요. Okay. present perfect는 예를 들어서 she has made 이런 식으로요. she has been married. Okay. 왜냐면 아직도 그런 결혼한 상태가 있으니까 그리고 또 앞으로 계속 갈 거니까. So, that's that. So, let's complete the rule. Number 2. We make the present perfect with the auxiliary verb. 이건 참 발음하기 힘들죠. auxiliary verb have를 쓰죠. have plus the past participle를 쓰면 돼요. Okay, have plus past participle. 잘 보세요. Number 3. Why are different tenses used in these sentences? 보세요. Nat King Cole recorded more than 600 songs이에요. Natalie Cole has recorded 7 albums. 둘 다 녹음을 했다, 앨범을 만들었다, 노래를 만들었다라는 그런 뜻인데 왜 다르죠? Why are the tenses different? 왜냐하면 Nat King Cole recorded more than 600 songs. 대단하죠? 600곡의 노래를 recorded. Nat King Cole recorded more than 600 songs. 과거에 그걸 했고 끝났어요. It's finished. So it's the past. It's a simple past. Okay? 그런데 Natalie Cole는 아직도 살아있고 아직도 리코딩을 할 수 있으니까 Natalie Cole has recorded 17 albums. 왜요? 과거에 시작했으니까. It started in the past and then it's continuing on to now. Okay? Got it? Got it. Okay. Let's look at page 51. 그러면 now we have to put these verbs into present perfect or past simple. 한번 해볼까요? Number 1, Nat King Cole won many awards. 그쵸? Including a Grammy Award in 1959 and Capitol Records Tower of Achievement Award. Natalie Cole 그냥 simple past로 won 8 Grammys 하면 안 되죠? 왜냐하면 과거에 이겼는데 수상을 했는데 아직도 계속 남아 있으니까요. 아직까지 continue 할 수 있으니까 has won 이라고 해야 되겠죠. has won. Okay. Number 2. he는 또 아버지니까 he had his own TV show죠. Okay. And appear의 simple 과거 appeared in a number of movies. she는요. Natalie Cole는 appear를 we have to use the present perfect, right? She has appeared라고 해야 되겠죠. Okay. 그 다음에 3번. She, 무조건 she라고 그냥 그거 has received 이렇게 쓰면 안 돼요. 왜냐? Look what it says. She blank a degree in psychology from the University of Massachusetts in 1972. 1972년도에 매사추세츠 주립대학에서 그 학위를 땄는데 그게 psychology인데 그거는 1970에서 she got it and it ended. It stopped. 그때 한 번 그런 일이 딱 있었잖아요. So we have to use the simple past tense. 그래서 여기서는 she has received가 아니고 she received 라고 해야 되죠. She received a degree in psychology from the University of Massachusetts in 1972. She 그 다음에 live인데 아직도 살고 있으니까 캘리포니아에서 지금 그때부터 지금까지 계속 그리고 앞으로 살 수도 있고요. 근데 하여튼 지금까지는 계속 그랬으니까 she has lived mostly in California since then이라고 해야 되겠죠. Okay? Are you getting the feel for this? Getting the feel of something 그거 뭐예요? 감을 잡다라는 뜻이죠. Are you getting the hang of it? 그것도 감을 잡다. Are you getting the hang of it? Check this out. Okay? Number 4. She 뭐뭐 a recording artist for more than 25 years. 가수 생활을 25년 동안 했는데 계속 하고 있다라는 뜻이죠. 그래서 she was라고 하면 안 되죠. She has been. Okay? Past participle 써서 she has been. Okay? 그 다음에 she 뭐뭐뭐 her first album Inseparable in 1975. 첫 번째 앨범을 1975년도에 만들었다 그러니까 이거는 그때 끝났으니까 she recorded. With that album, she 1976에 뭘 했다? 또 수상했다? She won. Okay? Got it? Okay? Very good. Okay. Number 5, her remarkable album Unforgettable with Love 1991년도에 나왔다. It came out이죠. Came out. On it, she sang the song Unforgettable as a duet with her father's voice. 제가 얘기했던 내용이죠. Since then, the album 뭐예요? 그때부터 지금까지 계속 500만 장이 팔렸다고 그러는데 the album has sold over 5 million copies. Amazing. Okay, very good. Okay, so now we talked about how we could make sentences with the present perfect. Now let's talk about questions that we can ask. 그러면 질문을 할 때는 present perfect로 어떻게 question을 해야 될 건지. Let's look at page 51, section 3. Here are the answers to some questions about Natalie Cole. What are the questions? Okay. 답은 얘기를 해주는데 그러면 질문은 뭐였을까? Over 17 그러면 how many albums has she made? 라고 이렇게 해야 되겠죠. Okay? 답은 she has made over 17인데 question은 답은 she has made. Okay? 그러면 question은 how many has she made라고 이렇게 얘기를 해야 되겠죠. Okay? 그다음에 in California를 where 뭐뭐 for most of her life. Okay? her life를 대부분 어디서 살아왔니? 이것을 where has she lived라고 해야 되겠죠. Okay, where has she lived? Okay, so we have questions that we can ask with the present perfect. Okay, number 3는 twice인데요. How many times 두 번 한 건 뭐죠? 결혼을 2번 했어요. Okay? 그러면 how many times did she marry는 아니고 왜냐하면 또 결혼할 수가 있으니까요. Right? So 그리고 또 아직까지 그 결혼했던 it's part of her life니까 계속 가는 거죠. How many times has she been married라고 해야 되죠. How many times has she been married라고 해야 되고요. 그 다음에 one a son. 이거는 뭐예요? 아이들이 몇 명이냐라는 뜻이죠. 이것은 어떻게 물어봐야 되죠? How many children? 이건 does she have이에요. 왜냐하면 지금 나이가 몇이에요? 1950에 태어났으면 지금은 57, 58 years old, right? So she's not going to have any more children. It's not going to continue. So we say, how many children does she have? She has one son. Okay. 그 다음에 yes, she has. She has one. 여기 she's one은요. She has one이에요. 이것도 present perfect예요. She has won 8 Grammys면 has she won any awards for her singing? 이렇게 얘기를 할 수 있겠죠. Has she won any awards for her singing? Okay. Number 6, the University of Massachusetts. 그러면은 what university 어딜 다녔냐? 그러면 그때 다녔고 그때 끝났으니까 what university did she go to? 라고 그냥 simple past를 쓰면 되죠. What university did she go to? 그 다음에 for more than 25 years는 이제 가수 생활을 얼마나 했냐라고 물어보는 거죠. 그런데 아직도 가수 생활을 하고 있으니까 how long did she가 아니고 how long has she been a recording artist라고 이렇게 하면 되고요. 그 다음에 number 8 답은 1975인데 1975 무슨 일이 있었죠? First album을 record 했죠. So then we ask in the simple past tense, when did she record her first album? Okay. When has she recorded이 아니고요. Okay. Okay. 왜냐면 first album이니까 그때 했고 그때 끝났어요. When did she record her first album? Okay. These are questions using the present perfect. Are you ready to listen? Listen and see how they do this, okay? Listen carefully.
How many albums has she made?
Over 17.
Where has she lived for most of her life?
In California.
How many times has she been married?
Twice.
How many children does she have?
1, a son.
Has she won any awards for her singing?
Yes, she has. She's won 8 Grammys.
What university did she go to?
The University of Massachusetts.
How long has she been a recording artist?
For more than 25 years.
When did she record her first album?
In 1975.
Okay, very good. So now we learned, I think we are comfortable a little bit, at least, with the present perfect. Now let's go into something that is a little bit confusing, but we'll learn it and it'll be easy, and that is for and since. Everybody turn to page 52. Page 52에 for and since가 있죠. Okay? When do we use for and when do we use since? We use for when we talk about a certain period of time. 어떤 기간을 얘기할 때는 for를 쓰죠. Okay? Some time, a period of time from here to here for that long. Okay? Since는 we talk about a point in time. Since that time, 그때부터, from that point. So we talk about one time, that is since, but when we talk about an amount of time, then we use for. Okay? So, for example, let's look at number 1. Number 1은 for a year이죠, because it's talking about that period of time, that amount of time, 1 year. Okay? What about number 2? Half an hour, 30분 동안, 그것도 시간, it's talking about an amount of time, 그것도 for이죠. Okay? And then number 3, since August, 그때부터, 8월 달부터, since August, it's not talking about an amount of time, it's talking about that point in time, so it is since August. Okay? Let's look at number 4. 9시는, it's just a point in time, right? 그럼 for예요, since예요? It's since. Okay. It's starting to get easier. Okay. 좀 쉬워지죠? 그런데 number 5가 나와요. 아, 쉬워지고 있었는데 왜 number 5가 더 이상한 게 나오냐. I was a kid. 근데 보면 그 포인트부터, 그때부터 since I was a kid가 맞겠죠, right? Since I was a kid. Number 6. For 답을 먼저 얘기를 해버렸네요. A couple of days는 한 이틀 동안. It's an amount of time. So we say for a couple of days. 그리고 months는 몇 달이죠? That is also a period of time. And so we say 4 months. 1999는 그때, that point in time. So it is since 1999. Do you understand? Do you get it? It's not that difficult, right? It's fairly easy. Let's look at number 5. 그러면 Now we're going to match these phrases and see what goes with what and see how well we do this, okay? Number 1, I've known my best friend. I've known my best friend. 이게 뭐 since 1989도 될 수 있는데요. 그런데 여기서 벌써 해주죠. For years. 몇 년 동안, 오랫동안. For years. I've known my best friend for years. 거기에 나오는 게 we met when we were 10. 10살 때 그때 만났다. 만난 거는 그때 만났으니까 그때 끝났고, okay? 처음 만난 건 그때 끝났으니까 그냥 past tense를 쓰죠. We met. 그런데 I've known my best friend는 present perfect죠. 왜? 그때도 알았고 아직까지 계속 알고 있으니까. Got it? Okay, number 2. I last went to a movie. 최근에 영화 본 게 뭐 2 weeks ago겠죠. 2주 전에 봤다. 그 다음에 it had Tom Cruise in it. Tom Cruise가 나온 영화를 봤어요. Number 3. I've had this watch. 이 시계를 나는 갖고 있었다. 얼마 동안? For 3 years. Okay, for 3 years. 그 다음에 이 시계를 어떻게 받았을까요? My dad gave it to me for my birthday. 다 연결이 되고 말이 되죠. Okay. Next, we've used this book. 책이니까 학교니까 어디가 나오죠? Since the beginning of the semester. 학기가 나오죠. Semester. Since the beginning of the semester. Okay. 그 다음에 이 책에 대해서 나오는 답은 뭐 It's okay. I kind of like it. 괜찮다고 좀 좋다고 이 책 괜찮다고 라는 말이 나올 수 있겠죠. Next, we lived in our old apartment. Okay. From 1994 to 2000. 우리 옛날 아파트는 94년도에서 2000년도까지 살았다라는 말이죠. Okay. 그 다음에 이사 갔다. We moved because we needed a bigger place. Would be the right thing. Okay. Number 6. We haven't had a break. 쉬지 않았다. Okay. 쉬지 않았다. 뭐 since 1989는 좀 그렇죠. 89년도부터 한 번도 쉬지 않았다. 그게 아니고 probably for an hour. Okay. We haven't had a break for an hour. 1시간 동안 우리는 쉬지 않았다. 그러면 I really need a cup of coffee가 되겠죠. 그래서 좀 쉬고 커피 좀 마셔야 되겠다. I really need a cup of coffee. Number 7. I last took a vacation. 휴가를 마지막 간 게 언제냐? 좀 옛날이었나 봐요. In 1999. 그때 뭘 했어요? I went camping with some friends. Number 8, the last one. This building has been a school since 1989. 89년도부터 그때부터니까 since 1989. Before that, it was an office building. Okay? I want you to listen to this, listen to these sentences, and see how natural it is, and see how it flows. 흐름을 잘 들어보세요. Okay? And you'll see, this makes sense. Okay? 우리 영어 listening 많이 하면 할수록 무엇이 자연스럽고 무엇이 자연스럽지 못하고 이걸 또 우리가 구별하게 될 수 있어요. Okay? So we can do that together. All right? So let's listen to this together and see how well it flows. Okay? Listen carefully.
I've known my best friend for years. We met when we were 10.
I last went to a movie 2 weeks ago. It had Tom Cruise in it.
I've had this watch for 3 years. My dad gave it to me for my birthday.
We've used this book since the beginning of the semester. It's okay. I kind of like it.
We lived in our old apartment from 1994 to 2000. We moved because we needed a bigger place.
We haven't had a break for an hour. I really need a cup of coffee.
I last took a vacation in 1999. I went camping with some friends.
This building has been a school since 1989. Before that, it was an office building.
Everything is so nice and smooth and flowy, and that's the way we like it, okay? So we talked a little bit about for and since. We talked about things that are in the past, simple past, and then the difference between the simple past and the present perfect, okay? Remember, simple past는 그때 시작했고 그때 끝났고 지금까지 무슨 전혀 영향이 없어요. 그런데 present perfect는 언제 시작했는지도 불확실하고요. We're not sure when it really started, and it could continue on to now. Okay, it could continue up to now and maybe into the future. Okay, so know the difference between the simple past and the present perfect. Okay, next lecture we'll go into more detail about time, about the length of time, since, things like that. We will talk about that a little bit more in our next lecture. Okay? All right, you guys, good job. Study hard. Be nice to the people around you today. Okay? Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.